Class.
Yes, yes.
Classy.
Yes, yes.
Awesome. I'm so excited because we're going to continue what we've been learning. We have been learning our short vowels, and now that we've sort of mastered those short vowels, we're going to move on to something new today. So let's first review our short vowels. What are they? They are A, E, I, O, U. And in their short form, they can say a, you can say right? So we've learned all 5 of our short vowels. We've learned that in their short form, they kind of make their short sound. They do not say their name. And now today we're going to connect what we know to a new rule. And this new rule today is the CK rule. So in the English language, there are so many different words that have the k sound. Say it with me, do it with your hand. It's the k sound. We put it right up next to our ear. K sound, good job. And when we hear the k sound, it could either be a C, because a C can say k, can it not? Yes.
Yeah.
A K, or it can say CK. So do you ever wonder in your brain, let's think, I'm going to think out loud here. I wonder when I use a C or a K or a CK. There are rules for that. And so today we're going to talk about the CK rule. What rule?
CK.
Yeah, so the CK makes the k sound. What sound does it make? Awesome. So the CK is only used when we have our short vowels. So right here it says when a single vowel, that means that short vowel like word ends with a k sound, it is spelled with a CK. What is it spelled with?
CK.
Awesome. So I have some words here talking about the k sound, but first of all, we have to know that it has that short vowel. What kind of vowel?
Short.
What's an example of a short vowel, Lincoln?
Oh,
Ah, good job. Awesome. So if I had the ah sound and I heard a k after it, does it come in the beginning or the end, that k sound using the CK? It comes at the end, right? So if I hear a short vowel like Lincoln said, ah, and then I hear a k sound, it could say a word like?
sock.
Good. Or if I have the as a short vowel and a k at the end, where? At the end. I could have a word like, read it with me, back. Or a sound with a CK. I could see it or use a CK using the before it, and it could have a word like peck. That's what a bird does with its beak. Okay, and then I have an it sound, is the I sound, saying it's short sound, and an N sound with the CK, and you do it with your tongue. What do? You lick. Everybody do it with me. Lick has that k sound at the end, and it's got that short vowel, so it fits in with our CK rule. What is it?
CK.
Yeah, our CK rule is when we hear a k sound at the end. Where do we hear the k sound?
At the end.
At the end. Good job. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about how CK works and how it doesn't work, because maybe that'll help you learn, okay? So let's talk about it. We're going to talk about ice cream. Who doesn't love ice cream? Ice cream is delicious, right? We're going to build an ice cream cone. Some of these words are going to have a k. Well, all of these words are going to have a k, right? Some of them are going to be spelled with a K, and some of them are going to be spelled with a CK. But we know that if we hear a short vowel and then a k, we definitely use what?
CK.
A CK. Good job, Lincoln. Way to go. You are listening. Your bodies are listening. I know because your eyes are facing me. Your crisscross applesauce. Wow, good listeners. Okay, I'm going to give you a word, and you're going to tell me which one it goes with, okay? So basically, we're going to figure out if our ice cream cone goes with the CK or the K. So I'm going to give you this, and you're going to fill it out, okay? So if I have, let's see, what does that say? It's a PA, and then that spells all by itself, so it must make the short sound. So it's going to say, and we're going to fill in the blank, and every time we see a blank, it's going to say k. But we have to figure out, is it going to say PAK or PACK, right? If it has a short vowel, I'm pretty sure it's going to go in the CK. So let's talk about it. P-A-K. Does it follow with our rule?
Yeah.
What is the A doing? Is it short or long? Short. So does it go with a K? Is that how I spell it, or with a CK?
CK.
Okay, let's do it. CK. So this one would go right here, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. My tape is right over there, but it's going to go right here. Way to go. And then when I give you another one, I'm going to take a look at this one. And this one is S-O-A. There's two vowels go walking. I wonder if they're doing long or short. Let's think. Is it saying saw or so?
So.
Oh, that vowel is working with another vowel and they're saying a long one. So I'm wondering if it's our rule. Our rule here is that it needs a short vowel and then a k. And this one is any long vowel with a k. Where would it go? S-O, k. Would it go on K or CK according to our short vowel, then a CK, or a long vowel and a K? Okay, yeah, so it would go here. Good job. You guys are doing a nice job. And nice bodies listening. What about this one? This one has an R-O. This vowel's all by itself, so it's saying what? Short or long? Let's think. I heard two different. I said O and Ah. When it's all by itself in this word, it is definitely going to say the ah sound. Good try, Lincoln. Okay, so it's saying r, ah, and then we have that blank, which we know we put in the k sound, so it's going to say rock. Which one am I going to use? Am I going to use a K or a CK? CK, how do we know?
Because it's short.
Because it's a short vowel, and then the k sound. That's my CK rule. What is my CK rule? Short vowel and then a CK. Good job. I'm going to put it right here with my CK. Way to go. Okay, next we've got W-E-E. And we know, we've learned our short vowels, but when there's an E-double-E, it always says E. Is that the short sound or the long sound? Long, yeah. So does that fit into our rule? No. So can we use a CK with that?
No.
Nope, we have to use a K. Nicely done. Awesome. Oh, we've got an S-N blend. What does S-N say together when we blend it? Sn. And then we've got an A right there all by itself. Sn. Good job, Layton. She looked at that with her eyes and she read that. Good. So snap. Oh, short or long? Short. Snap. That's the short sound of A. So am I going to put it in the K or the CK? CK. Why do I put in the CK?
Because it's a short vowel.
Followed by a K. Yeah, good job. That's our rule. Our rule when we're building this cone is we're trying to figure out what is the CK and what is used with the K. And we know that our rule is we look for a short vowel. What do we look for?
Short vowel.
And then if we have a short vowel, we can use a CK. Nice job. Way to go. Okay, I've got some pictures here too. So you guys have done a nice job building this cone right here. But what we're going to do next is we're going to talk about how rhyming words sometimes, if we're trying to think of words, rhyming words don't necessarily always use the same rules, because just because they sound the same doesn't mean they're the same, right? So I could have a rule that said snack, right? But it doesn't mean that every word that rhymes with snack is in there, for sure. But you guys did a nice job of telling me what does and what doesn't. So I have an idea. Let's talk about going a step further. And when we talk about a step further, we're going to actually talk about this next piece of paper right here that discusses just the CK rule one more time. But this time I'm going to give you pictures, okay? So I've got a picture here of a bike, a clock. This one's kind of silly. It's a rock in a river. This one is luck because it's a 4-leaf clover. A duck. Right? I'm going to give you these, and I want to see if you can figure out which one they go to. So when we think about which one they go to, we think about, does the picture and the word, does the word have a short vowel and then a k sound? Because if it does, it goes under the CK. Because our rule is short vowel. If we hear k after that, it is a CK. I want you to turn and talk for just a minute. I want you to tell the person sitting your elbow partner what the rule is. Quickly. Next person, tell them. Use your voice.
The rule is that if it's a short vowel, a CK goes behind it. And if it's long, then it's a K behind it.
All right, I'm gonna good job. I heard some really good communication. Here are some pictures. Take a look at those pictures one at a time. Figure out what it's a picture of and say that word to yourself. Say that word to yourself. Your job is to figure out what that word is. If it's a clock, you're thinking to yourself, okay, let's see. I have a picture of a snack. Okay, this is my picture. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna figure out if in my word, even though I have a picture, is it gonna have a CK because it has a short vowel with a k sound after it? Or is it a different, if I'm gonna use a different one, am I gonna use a K or a C? Because that can happen too. So some of them are in our CK and some of them are just in our K or a C. So it's your job to figure out who wants to come and do it first. Give me that silent signal. You put your thumb to your chest when you're ready. I see some people with their silent signal. That shows me you're ready. Okay, I'm going to choose Layton to be first. Tell me you can stand up and tell me with your voice, what is your picture? Where does it belong and why?
My picture is a clock.
Okay. I hear that clock. Okay.
The O is by itself, and so it's a short vowel, so it's going to be the CK.
Okay, perfect. Will you put it on the CK for me? Perfect. Nicely done. Thank you. Have a seat. All right, let's talk about the next person. You're looking at your picture. Oh, wait, Lincoln, I see that silent signal. That means that you're ready. Please stand up. Tell me what your picture is and tell me what you think and why.
Bike.
Bike. Okay. I hear a bike.
It is a long vowel, so I think it goes in K.
Okay, go ahead. I think you're right. I hear that I saying its name. That's a long vowel. That is not part of our short vowel with a k sound in our CK rule. You are right. Okay, next one. Let's talk about it. I see that silent signal. Nice job. Lincoln, you did a really nice job in going back and sitting down to crisscross applesauce, and you guys are so quiet. Way to go. Okay, Layton, you're up.
Okay, so mine is a four-leaf clover, which is luck. And the U is a short vowel, so it's going to go in CK category.
Excellent. I love how you can put yours where it belongs. I love how you stood up. You told me exactly what your picture was. I love how you explained to me what the word was and why you're putting it where you're putting it. Helps me to understand the way that you see it. Okay, so we're running out of time, and so what I want to do is I want to review with you a little bit. So we've done a little bit of activities and we'll continue to do more. Now that we know our short vowels, we're learning more about how to pair consonants with them, this CK sound. We're going to be learning more about long vowels to connect with them too, but the CK rule. Who can stand up and tell me what the CK rule is? Ooh, that silent signal. I love it. Layton gave it to me first. Go ahead.
The CK rule is it only happens if it's a short vowel.
What comes after that short vowel?
I don't know.
That's okay. We're just learning it. So what we're talking about is that if we have a short vowel and we hear a k sound, do it with me with your hand, give me that k sound after your short vowel, you're going to use a CK. What are you going to use?
CK.
Excellent. Thanks for being so brave. All right. So we're talking about that CK rule. We've mastered those short vowels. If we hear a k after a short vowel, we're going to use a CK to spell it, right? Just like in the word that we talk about, what's this part of my body that I'm touching?
Back.
Nice. When I talk about a back, I go b, and I spell it with a
CK.
Excellent. All right, way to go. And then lastly, to talk about our short vowel with a k sound after it using a CK, we're going to talk about what does a duck say?
Quack.
Quack. Nicely done. Let's talk about it. I've got the qua. I've got a short a, and then I've got a CK. You got it. Way to go. Okay, here's one last one for our CK rule. When we have a single short vowel that ends with a k sound, we spell it with a
C.